Good day, YouTube, and welcome to the stream as well. I'm sorry about the hiatus. I'm sorry about the absence. I have been sick for a couple of weeks. My son brought the virus of the month from the daycare, and yeah, it was just a matter of time until the dominoes come falling. And yeah, I took the shortest straw, and I have been the sickest. I have been the kind of like the guy who never became well. I don't know what it is about these modern day sicknesses, you know, like common flus and whatnots. It feels like it takes a whole lot longer than what it used to like take when I was a kid to get over them. My brother has been like his family. He's got 3 kids. His family's been sick for the 7th week. I think the 7th week just started. So it's I don't know. There's something about these modern day, you know, flus and bugs and influenzas and whatnot. They are just really, really aggressive. I don't know what it is about. Maybe Mother Nature wants to get rid of us, but it is quite devastating. So I've been bedridden. I was having a high fever for a week. Like we're talking about like 38 Celsius plus, sometimes even 39 degrees. And yeah, I was popping pills. And after a week, it kind of like let go of the high fever, but I still had like 37 and a half, like slight warmth. But yeah, then I started recovering, but then it turned into like a regular cold. So that's where that's basically where I'm still at. It's not anything life-threatening or nothing like that, but it does kind of like it does take its toll, you know, and it demands quite a bit of energy. So yeah, here we are. I am back, and we actually did a short stream yesterday, and if you wanna check that out, you can come to the Twitch and check the VOD. We actually did. I think we actually did a good thing yesterday. What were we doing yesterday? I'm completely blanking out. We did something yesterday. Oh yeah. So we actually did this special item, kind of like logic. So Louhi, which is gonna be the final boss of the beta of the game, we created kind of like a additional logic to bring her defenses down if you have a certain item in the game. So yeah, that was pretty cool stuff, and we managed to do that yesterday. And yeah, Aletzer is in the Twitch chat. How's it going? Last time I was sick, it was almost 10 days, and I felt in my throat for the next month. Yeah, Aletzer, when was this? Because maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it is the same thing. Apparently there's like 2 major influences going around this time of year in Finland. It is the influence A and influence B. And apparently the influences are kind of like they are kind of like relics of the, you know, the swine flu and the bird flu that we used to have. You know, those big things that the media was all about like 15 years ago, like the swine flu is coming, oh my god. So basically, when those came, they basically became pandemics, and then they got reduced to like these kind of like recurring kind of like, I can't remember what the, like seasonal flu or whatever. And I think that was like influenza. I think it was B, and then A, I think was bird flu. I could be mistaking those. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I figured like, so I haven't been tested or anything. I don't know if I had the influenza A or B, or if I had like coronavirus or whatever. But I think the kind of like, you know, if we're talking about the animals, bird versus swine, I think guys, I got the swine flu. I'm a little bit of a pig of a man. So I think I got the swine flu. Oh man. What do you guys think? Am I a bird brain? Maybe I had the bird flu. Whatever. I have been okay for 1 month, so 1 month ago says Alestra. Alright, yeah. It is actually nuts how freaking nasty the bugs are these days. Like these days the bugs are so freaking strong. I feel like they were nothing when we were young, and now they're just kind of like they are kind of like they are blasting through like countries and continents, and everyone's sick. It is incredible. It is incredible. Olga says the usage of antibiotics on everything have made the bacteria very strong. Yeah, I think like most of these are viruses, so we're obviously not talking about bacteria, so it's not about antibiotics. I think it's about the amount of people in the world and the amount of like animals being farmed. I think that's probably like two reasons, because there's like we have these like huge ass farms with like literally millions of freaking chickens and a million pigs. Well, obviously I'm exaggerating, but like we're talking about like crazy density. So it's kind of like only a matter of time before something kind of like hops through the animal to or cattle to humans. So I think that's one of the aspects. There's like insane amount of like cattle for human consumption. So I think that's probably one of the reasons. And then I think like humans as well kind of like have changed I think we've changed our ways so that we are not like so we're not like sparsely populated anymore. We're not in the rural areas, and we're not like, you know, touching grass. Everyone's kind of like cramped together in these institutions or organizations or, you know, like these facilities. So I think probably the diseases kind of like have it easier as well. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but that's kind of like how I feel. The bird influenza pandemic was a thing when I was in military service. In my team, only I and one other had no symptoms. Damn, you really clutched that. Kind of strange that media does not talk about how antibiotics have lost their strength, and we might soon have a huge problem with it. Yeah, so I think the common antibiotics, yeah, I think that's true. They're just kind of like overused and whatnot. But I think we just got a piece of news that there's been discovered like a new branch of antibiotics. And as far as I know about the philosophy and the ethics of these kind of like more rare antibiotic types, is that they aren't used. Like they're kind of like backup, because we have these like some antibiotics that are really like popular and commonly used. So obviously those kind of antibiotics, they get countered first. So kind of like the more rare antibiotics, they aren't given to people so that we still have something. That's how I understand it. Yeah, I don't think we're running out of like antibiotics versions that work. But kind of like the regular things are losing their effectiveness or whatnot. That's the kind of like, that's how I see it. I could be wrong. I am no expert in these kinds of things. But hey, good day everyone. I hope you have dodged the sickness of the month better than I have. Alright, so let's talk about Shadows of Tuonela real quick. So obviously we are terribly behind, and we are struggling to make everything into the deadline. But I'm not gonna stress about it too much. I just wanna like get back into being productive and kind of like getting back in there, getting my confidence back, getting my focus back. We're gonna be talking about the features and the beta every day, every week until it's done. If it goes back a week or two, I'm fine. We're fine. That's all right, as long as we're doing good stuff, right? But right now, I think what we need to figure out, we have a couple of major things that we should probably take a look at. And one of them is banking. Banking is one of the biggest features still missing, like altogether. There is no banking in the game. And the game right now, as it is, doesn't work without banking, simply because of the lack of inventory space. So we gotta take a look at banking. So we basically need a word location. We need a word location for it. I would really appreciate if somebody could help me out with this by finding me some 2D asset for the the building. Do you have NPC chatting system? No, not really. No. I'm not sure if that's gonna. I don't know if we're gonna need that right now. I would love to have it though, but it's not in my to-do list right now. So we need the word location, NPC chatting system, and Twitch chat. Damn right, baby. So we need word location. We need some sort of asset for it. Then we need the UI. I think we're gonna start it off with this, so we're gonna go UI. It's useful thing to use for many things, even for banking. I agree. Kind of like the chatting system. If you're talking about kind of like this dialogue system, I think dialogue system could be one way to do it, or one way to do things. But I don't know if it's something we're gonna do for Shadows of Tuonela. I'm not sure. Like, honestly. We need to think about what's best for the game. Dialogue trees, dialogue, memory of actions, yeah. I don't think the game is gonna be very heavy on dialogue, so I'm not sure if it's worth doing. Maybe I'll just do like utilize the chat bubbles, or like the chat, the existing kind of like messages that you can write. Maybe we'll do something like that and give it a facelift. Like, I'm open to having even bosses, use the speech bubble. I think it might work. But yeah, we need word location, which we need some asset. Then we need the UI. I think we're just gonna like use the crafting station, basically. Then we need basically all new logic. I don't think it's gonna be very difficult, but I might be wrong. It might take. I think this is gonna take like 1 to 2 days. Probably 2 days, because I don't have very long work days right now, so maybe 2 days. And then this is the biggest kind of like question mark. We need authentication. We need authentication plus cloud save. And I think this might take like 2 hours, or it might take 2 days. As 3 months later, exactly. So I think this is gonna be this week's job. So we're gonna be working on banking, we're gonna be working on authentication and the cloud save. I actually took I looked at a video. Where the hell is my Mozilla? There it is. Okay, so apparently I don't know where the fuck it is. Where is it? Like, it's here, but when I press it, okay, never mind. There it is. I was actually watching a video right before I started the stream about the authentication, and I think it looked pretty simple, but you always gotta like double the expectations. So if something looks easy that you can do in a couple of hours, it's probably gonna be at least double. So there it is. I think we need to do the banking now. It's just as a like single feature, it's probably the biggest, or at least in like top 3 of biggest features for the beta. And we really need to nail it down so that the experience can be like tested and that it can be kind of like played. That's all there is to it, really. So let's begin. So I'm thinking like the bank will be here at the Tori. Make it so that we can do Bidens. Let's start. Why you little? So obviously we don't have a asset for it. I'm kind of like thinking there's actually another feature we kind of need to do at some point, and it is kind of like this 3D house. 3D house is something we gotta do, and the way I see the 3D house is just gonna be like 4 planes. It's gonna be like 4 planes and a floor and a roof, and when you go in there, like everything's gonna like disappear except for the floor. There was a bug in Reel of the Mad God that allowed duping back in the day, so it was not bad that you will make it like that. What the hell? Reel of the Mad God. What is that? Is that a game? I've never heard of that. So we have the beta island. I think we could paint a little bit of an addition to the island. So let's paint some texture. Let's take the floor. I'm just gonna like paint us a little bit of an extension. A little bit of an extension here. And we're gonna do a new building here. Should we try to do the 3D house? I think it's gonna take a few hours, so I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's like a next week's thing. Okay, so here's our extension. I think what I'm actually gonna do, Realm of the Mad God is pretty popular MMO permadeath game. How have I never heard of that? How come I've never heard of that? Realm of the Mad God. How come I've never heard of you? 2011 release. It's probably not that one, is it? Realm of the Mad God. Worst MMO ever? What? What is this? Okay, my audio is from the wrong place. What? Did I change it? Hello? Can you hear it? No. Alright, so what the fuck? How come
Realm of the Mad God.
Alright, there it is.
Roguelike. You play as far as you can with 1 life, and when you die, you restart and try to get a little further. If you get far enough, you'll gain slight upgrades on each.
This looks like the game that our Scottish stream friend, what was his name? What was his name? Kando? I think it looks like the game they were making.
It is the self-proclaimed evolution.
Alright, I don't know. I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Mr. Cosmo is here. Good day. Realm of the Mad God is really good. So we have at least 2 people who know the game. Let's go. So what is good about it? Can you guys explain? Make a case. Alright, so what is where is this? Crafting station house, salvage station house. So I'm gonna go ahead and do prefabs out of this. I think we should probably be doing a whole lot of more prefabs. Just to kind of like, just for the sake of it, you know. So let's see here. We have prefabs and environments. I don't know if environment is the way to go. I'm actually gonna delete these. Just gonna delete these. We're not gonna be using them. No, well, I think we could use that maybe. But yeah, environment. I think I'm just gonna do a new folder. It's gonna be called like houses or buildings. Buildings. And I'm gonna do the salvage station house, crafting station house. Yeah. And let's copy one of these bad boys. Did you ever make the tutorial for the game, or did it make it? Did you do later? Are you talking about like me creating a tutorial for this game, or what? Cosmog says that it's fun to play, keeps you on the edge of your chair while in hard dungeons. Yeah, that's the I kind of want to get that feeling to my game as well. It needs to have like a mixture of you know, high octane, high threats, high kind of like high you know, stakes and everything, but then it needs to have that chill side as well. So this is gonna be called what are we doing? Bank house. And we get a house, we get an interaction, shadow. Let's change the color of the lights. So this is gonna be blue. So blue is bank. Yeah, that's basically it. In-game tutorial, you were talking about it like 3 months ago. Yeah. So we haven't done anything like that. So our game is gonna be like Souls-like. No tutorials. Yeah. It's totally not because I haven't had time or energy to do that. Totally that's the reason. Alright, so examination string, salvage test, this is gonna be called bank. Tooltip, that's fine. So we need a new script for it, obviously. Let's do a new script. This is gonna be called bank. So I think we had like crafting station, salvage station. So I think we're just gonna do bank. We're talking in Matt Chirpy's stream about tutorials in game for a long time. Matt Chirpy is a really nice guy. I really like him. I think he's probably like my favorite dev stream right now. It's not about like the expertise. I think he's just you know, like a really relatable and kind of like this, just a genuinely nice guy. So I really like him. Let's see here. Interaction. So we need. Yeah. What do we need? Oh yeah, we need a new UI. That's what we need. And this is the bank. Yeah. So I think this should actually be called like bank UI. Let's go bank UI. Yeah, the Swedish, it's you know, it's kind of like a mixed bag. It's kind of like it's fun to make fun of someone who's Swedish, but then it's kind of like he's Swedish. Oh man, he's Swedish, but he isn't like a, you know, like a very traditional Swedish, or like he's not giving like that Swedish ick. If you know what I mean. All right, I love that when freaking Visual Studio Code comes up with a new script, my kind of like the ReSharper or C# or whatever I'm using is like, yeah, it's already wrong. It's already wrong. Like, what is wrong with this? Oh my god. How can there be? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like, it shows like, yeah, you can mine ores, camera shows ores in the map, you can craft items, camera shows crafting house. Yeah, alright. Does Unity still have a monthly players pricing? That was a huge scandal at one point. No. No, they basically took everything away that was the drama. Like the drama that... The changes they did, they basically reverted everything, except for the fact that they kind of like stole Unreal Engine's monetization. So I think Unity's monetization is like similar to Unreal's now, so that your game is like free with Unity until some threshold. I don't remember what the threshold is. Is it like $1 million or something? But after like $1 million revenue, you're gonna start paying. So yeah, I think people are kind of like giving too much crap towards Unity because they kind of like took it. They took it back, all right? They took it back. Okay, so let me just try to work my head here. So we need to go into game UI, and we need another UI here, right? So let's do that. Here we have the UI. I think these are under prefabs. We have crafting station UI. So let's do a salvage station UI prefab. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and copy the crafting station UI. I'm gonna unpack it. This is gonna be called the bank UI. And we are gonna get rid of the crafting station script. And let's start with this. So we're gonna go into 2D, enable this. Where are you? There you are. All right, so this is where we're gonna like start. So we should probably take 2 minutes trying to figure out what will it look like. Yeah, I think it's 1 million as well. Is the game? Yeah, the game's gonna be 2.5D. Yeah, you got that right, my friend. Mr. Cosmo, you were in the viewer games, right? You were in the custom Overwatch games. Do I remember right? Let's take like some inspiration. World of Warcraft bank. Yeah. What did you think about them? What did you think about them? So yeah, I think this is pretty much what it is. My bank, like the first proof of concept bank, isn't going to be very, you know, like complicated. It's gonna be fairly simple, but there is some logic that needs to be put into it. Yeah, so it's gonna be tough. They were fun, but sadly I did not make it to last Sundays. Oh man, no, that's all right. It's all right. I would love to like hear what you guys thought about it. What do you think about the like special rules? How would you like? What would you want to see in future and stuff like that? ChatGPT says it applies if you make over 1 million USD the past 12 months and your game has more than 1 million lifetime installs. If both are true, you pay a small fee per new install. Only applies after the thresholds are passed. This policy is still evolving based on the community feedback. So this isn't anymore true. I think that is true. Yeah, I think that is true. Yeah, so basically when you hit the $1 million, well, I don't know. I think didn't they get rid of the install fee? Isn't it like the UAE kind of like pricing? Unity fee. Let's see. So they are canceling the runtime fee. This was in the 2024, I believe. So what is the... let's see here. Yeah, this doesn't really like include what the... Well, here's basically like the different versions. So Unity Personal, as of announced, Unity Personal will remain free and will be doubling the current revenue and funding ceiling to 100,000 to 200,000. This means more you can use Unity at no cost. Okay, so this is like 200k. Then if you're using Unity Pro, it's gonna cost more. 8% subscription price increase to 2.2k USD annually per seat. Yeah, so Unity Pro will be required for customers with more than 200,000 USD of total. Yeah, so you need to pay for like a more expensive Unity version if you're making money. 25% subscription price increase will apply to Unity Enterprise. Will be required for customers with more than 25 million USD of total annual revenue. Yeah, so I don't know what is kind of like the cost now. There's even an industry. I didn't know. There was like a deeper level. So as a solo dev, over 200k revenue and under 25 million, you need only pro license. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think they got rid of the fee, Vakan. I think that's kind of like outdated. Unity pricing. Let's see here. So is this still old news? 2 years ago? Yeah, that's old. I'm not even gonna look into that if it's old. Unity scraps the controversial runtime but raises prices. Yeah, so I think it's the kind of like the different levels of Unity. So the Pro and the Enterprise and whatnot are more expensive. Yeah. I thought it was like the Unreal's one, but I'm like not finding any. I don't find like anything to like back it up, you know. I'm not finding anything in relation to that. Okay, so basically what's happening in Warcraft banking is just that there's a whole lot of like boxes. There's a whole lot of like slots. Gym grind never stops, Mega Burger. Damn right. Health grind never stops. It's not just gym. How's it going, Mega Burger? Yeah, I think it's pretty fair as well. I think Unity is kind of like struggling to be profitable. So maybe we'll see some changes or layoffs. I think Unity's been layoffing people in the past years quite a bit. But yeah, so basically that's World of Warcraft Bank. Then we obviously have RuneScape. Let's see what RuneScape 2 Bank looks like. So RuneScape 2 Bank looks like this. So you have kind of like this, kind of like that, just like this matrix of items, and it seems like only a few items stack. I'm kind of like I kind of want to do like a really nice UX for the player, or like I think everything is gonna stack in my game. Like when you put stuff in the bank, I think everything's gonna stack. I don't want the bank to run out. I don't think it makes any sense. I'm already like restricting the player inventory quite a bit because nothing stacks. So I think bank is gonna be like the most fair it can be. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do like for banking. And I'm even thinking like there's not gonna be any like max on any stack. I wonder if that's a bad idea. Yeah, 1,000 ores not stacked. Yeah, that would be pretty horrible. So I'm just thinking like everything stacks, and we are probably gonna need to. There is the problem. I know there's a problem, and it's about rounding stuff up. So when you put something, like you have, let's say you have like 100,000 of something. And let's face it, there's gonna be a time in our game where somebody farms something of like 100,000. So there comes an issue about like scale and storing numbers. So I think we gotta be mindful about that. I think the basic size stuff that many games have. Yeah, I'm kind of like thinking maybe we should do like 99, like you can have 99 in one slot. Fucking phlegm. If you do scroll down enough in Unity pricing, it says that the runtime fee is cancelled. Yeah, doing going good, says Mega Burger. When I went to Estonia and got 10 liters of spirits and 30 liters of beer, or like we say in Finnish, palautusjuoma. It's hard to make a game engine without making any games and get an income, so I get what they're trying to do. If you don't have any random stat items, then stacking would make sense. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do random items. Huh? Are we gonna do random items? No, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a thing. Make it so you can buy more space for something and you start with like 10 to 50 spaces. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of monetization, like the kind of something like convenience of a bank. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm like more like if I start monetizing something, it's gonna be to like prayers, for example. I think monetizing kind of like prayers, I think is gonna be better, or monetizing waiting periods, so you can kind of like skip waits. I think that those are all right. But I don't wanna like hinder people's banking experience. My OSD goes crazy when stacks are only 99. I want 100. God damn it! Of course, dependent on ores and stuff. For example, ores could have 999, but food items, for example, 99. To be honest, I think we could do like everything to 999. Yeah, I think we could do like 999 on everything. 999 is so much of something that most of the people won't see the end of the stack, and I kind of like that. 666 is better. That's kind of funny. I like that. Of course, depending on ores, yeah, you can do stacking with random items too, but it's complicated. You need to have a subscription to badass games to get access to banking. Yeah, let's go. All right, so I am actually like, obviously RuneScape 1 is our kind of like godfather of our design. I think we are gonna do a somewhat similar thing that RuneScape Classic did, except that I kind of like think the kind of like withdrawing is pretty bad. I think it's pretty bad. So how it works is that you click some of the items, and then I think it like gives these options at the bottom to kind of like withdraw one, withdraw like 10, or withdraw all, or something like that. And I think it's kind of awkward. So I'm thinking like you can just like, like spam click something, like, and one click is gonna be one withdrawal, and the same thing applies to other way around. So you can click one on item inventory and it goes into bank. But I think it could have like a right click and kind of like fill, or something like, like just like take as much as you can, or something like that. I think that could work. like withdraw as much as you can. Yeah, I think that's what we could do as well. All right, let's get this party on the road. So the UI is gonna be real simple. Let's do kind of like this one with fill. We have a solid fill and a solid outline. So this is gonna be our bank, and I think we're just gonna do like kind of like this grid thing. So basically these are gonna be the items. So we kind of need a banking item, something like this, and something like this. And then we're gonna have you know, like a sword here, and this is gonna be like, it's gonna show how many it has, so it can have up to 999. It can have up to 999. Right click withdraw all, right click deposit all of that type. That would be pretty good UX. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good UX. So this is how it's gonna be, and what else could we have? Like, I don't know, like a amulet, and you have like six of these and 20 of these, and yeah, that would be pretty cute UX. And then if you press 1, should it immediately like start taking it away from it, or should it be like it first like activates it, and then when you start clicking it, then it's gonna be like, all right, you're taking it away? What do you guys think? Do you need to like activate the button, or less amount of clicks better? I think so too. Like, I think it could be like instant kind of like instant reaction. So if you click it, if I have to click 100 times, I will kill myself. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the UX is gonna be like left mouse button is gonna be like withdraw one, and right mouse button you're gonna get like an option to like deposit or like withdraw. You're gonna get an option to withdraw like 10 or all, or like, or cap, and cap means like the inventory cap, how many you can take, something like that. And the same thing applies, I think the same thing applies to inventory as well. So you have inventory, and with left mouse button you deposit 1, and with right mouse button you can kind of like deposit all. I think that could be it. Then there's obviously the yeah it can always be improved later. So let's talk about the logic real quick. So what do we need to do? So we need I think we're gonna do kind of like this. So we need the bank UI, obviously. We need the bank UI script. This is going to be handling on it's gonna like do all of the visuals. So it's gonna show the UI. It's gonna do the show UI. And it's going to kind of like it's gonna set up all the bank elements. So this is gonna be like basically like instantiate all of the buttons. Instantiate buttons. And there's gonna be a callback. So have the stomach bug. Mugaboo! No. Do you have another bug? No, Mugaboo. Really? Really? So we're gonna instantiate the buttons and it's gonna have like the callback. It's gonna have the callback and stuff like that. Now I'm kind of like thinking, all right, so where do we handle the stuff? Only the youngest has fever or vomiting. Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. Stomach bug is the worst. It is so shitty. It's the worst, man. I'm so sorry. Oh man. And I know you had like a sickness just not that long ago, so that is the worst thing. I'm kind of thinking maybe we could have like a bank.cs. Maybe we should have like bank.cs, which kind of like has these network variables, because I think this is something we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna have like a network list of. Here's the thing now. I think we are gonna need a new way of storing the data. So what do we need to kind of like store this kind of shit? So we need the ID. We need the ID of the item, which is, so basically we need a item ID. We need an item ID and we need a number, right? So we're gonna need like a number of how many. Hey, Vatsky! We back, boy. How's it going? Nice to see you. Have you recovered from the trip? I think this is what it is. So we basically need item ID and int, which is gonna be like one value. Or like... Okay, so how do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? So I don't think you can have like a key value bear inside network list, can you? Probably not. Yeah, we had the name giving party. Can't remember the word. Somebody had the bug and it spread like wildfire. No! But hey, I didn't hear you actually... you got the new kid, so congrats. Congrats on that. I hope everything's gone well. Is the kid healthy? What's the name of the child? Is it a girl or a boy? I don't think you told us. Network list. Item ID int. So this is kind of like int and int. I think this might be doable to short. I think this could be like short as well. What is the C# short variable? So what is kind of like the short range? What is the range? Minus, yeah, so that's more than enough. That's more than enough. As far as I know. I think that's more than enough, so I think we could do like short and short as well. Kid is healthy and her name is Alma. Growing really well with a mama milk. Let's go. Congrats. Congrats. How is she? Is she the same than Eva? Had a small flu after the trip, but now recovered. Same, although it wasn't small and I haven't recovered. So, network list unity. What can you have as a network list? The type T, so doesn't this mean that it can be basically be anything? Network list. Alright, I think I gotta go ChatGPT. I gotta go ChatGPT. Skippity toilet ChatGPT. Hey ChatGPT. I'm thinking of adding. I'm designing banking for my game. I'm thinking of handling the data with Unity's netcode for game objects, so that maybe I could store the bank data with network list. I basically need item ID, int, and the amount of the items, int or short, and then a list or something of those key pair values, key pairs. Do you know if I can do a network list of key pairs? Yeah, Alexander, that's the point. Hey, yes, you are on the right track. Unity's network list T from Unity netcode for game objects has some limitations. Yeah, my previous, yeah, really good stuff. It's kind of embarrassing, really. It's kind of embarrassing, really. Like, I'm happy there's like no hemorrhage, like peräpukama questionnaires. Scam email. Yeah, I got like so yeah, this is actually something I should probably like talk to you about. So I've gotten like 2 emails that are fairly convincing, and they're like, hey, I found your game on Steam, which is first red flag. Like, I really don't think so. I really don't think so. And he was dancing and drinking. Yeah, I'm gonna host a party for my friends at my place next weekend. So I made a little, like a meme image. But yeah, the point was that I got an email. They said that they represent some sort of like indie game, freaking, like promoter or whatever. And they found my game and they want to like have a chat with me. And then they have kind of like a hyperlink that is hidden. And the hyperlink is like super sus. Yeah, 100% of them are scam. Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling and the vibe I got. So I contacted the organization that was supposedly contacting me with like, hey, these people are like trying to be you, or they are you. I haven't heard back from them, but I think it was a scam. I never clicked the link, and yeah, I kind of like flagged it and whatnot. So I asked like AI, like, what do you think? They're probably the people who copy games and release them. It could be, yeah, it could be. It's just the Chinese government that wants your information and your Unity logins. Could be. But yeah, so you're on the right track. Has some limitations. Sometimes you can directly serialize. Unfortunately, it doesn't support key value pairs. Okay, so you can't do key value pair like right out of the gate, or dictionaries. But don't worry, you can work around it by creating a custom struct that represents your item's entry. So we have a bank item, which inherits from iNetwork serializable. It has item ID and the amount, public bank item, int item ID, short amount, and then we just put in the stuff, and then we're gonna do this network serialize method, which uses iReader and serializer, serialize value, ref item ID, serialize, okay. Then you can use public network list bank item, bank inventory, new network list bank item. That'll work perfectly with Unity's netcode serialization system. You can even wrap it inside network behavior like this. Public class player bank, network behavior, network list bank items, new bank item. On network spawn is server bank items, add new bank item, 1001, amount of 5. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay. Bank item. Yeah, so I really like this. I really do like this. Bank item. Yeah, so I think we can go ahead and use this. I think we can just like go with that. All right, so let's do new script. This is gonna be the bank item. I'm just like thinking about the naming. So I think I'm gonna have like a bank UI item, which is gonna be the one that I print. Is the bank item kind of like... I think it's a little bit too same. So I'm kind of like thinking maybe it should be something like bank value pair or something like that. Let's do like bank key value pair. Bank key value pair. Yeah, I think that kind of like... that probably paints a picture. All right, so let's go ahead and do this bank key value pair, and then we have bank key value pair. It has the amount, and let's use the C# here. Network serialize. We're gonna do that. All right, so that should basically work. Then what ChatGPT was saying that you can just like use it. So yeah, so I'm kind of like thinking, should I have another script to handle the yeah, I think we gotta do it. So yeah, so I think what we basically need to do is kind of like do this player state script, which handles the you know, the changing of the values, and then the UI is merely kind of like, it's only like printing the changes. Should we do it like that? I suppose it could be done in the same script as well. What do I want to do? What should I do about it? What should I do about it? That is a question. That is a question. I haven't done banking before. I think I'm gonna do like a separate script to handle the network lists. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna have the bank UI, and then we're gonna have like bank script. So let's do like bank. Maybe even like bank state. Let's do bank state, because I think that's kind of like it's gonna be more in resemblance to the player state. So the bank state is going to be a network behavior. What? It's gonna be a network behavior, which means that we need Unity's netcode. Hello? Hello? What is wrong with you? Generate class network behavior. Hello? So what was it if it wasn't that player state? It is a network behavior, so what is wrong with it? Network behavior, did I typo? Yeah, I typoed. Motherfuckers. Alright. So, what will we do about this? So, basically... So I think what we need to do here is we kind of need to do a similar thing here. So we're going to have a network list of the bank items. And then on the spawn, we're going to do something which is going to be kind of like downloading the list. So this is going to be the bank key value pair. Could not be found, but is this saved? Oh, that's not good, guys. That is not good. What is wrong with it? Back key value pair? Did I typo it? Like, what the hell? Yeah. Fuck. So it's bank key value pair. Oh my god. I'm just a moron. Bank key value pairs. So what is wrong with this? The type of bank key value pair cannot be used as type parameter T in the generic type of method. There is no boxing conversion from bank key value pair to system equatable bank key value pair. So this is fine, but then this is not. Can I just do like new? Cannot be used. Right, so let's copy this. I'm getting this error when trying to initialize the network list. Pauliina! Morjesta, antaa tulla. Mitä kuuluu? Jos mä voin auttaa, niin mä mielellään autan. The error is because network list requires that your type implements equatable in addition to inert I'm getting a bad feeling out of this, guys. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Alright, let's give it a go. I got a bad feeling. Bad feeling I've got. Alright, so we've got those now. So apparently no more errors. Bank items. That's supposed to be that, and that's supposed to be that. Alright, so no more errors. That's always hopeful. So in here we're gonna do RPC calls when we are adding and RPC calls when we are removing. Or maybe we don't even need to do RPC calls. Maybe this like there's like server is just gonna be the one, you know, like talking to one another or by himself, you know. Like we only do clicks or something. I don't know. Pauliina kertoo, että pelataan miehen kanssa Xboxilla It Takes Two'ta. On muuten hyvä peli. Molemmilla mikilliset kuulokkeet. Pelataan miehen liveessä. Mun ääni kuuluu liveen hyvin, mutta miehen tosi pienellä. Yksin jos hän striimaa kuuluu hyvin, mutta mun kanssa ei. Eli siinä on jonkinlaista tommoista miksausta, että kun on useampi mikki, niin jostain syystä volyymet menee tosi pienelle. Ootko googletellut? Mä en oo ite tohon, en oo hirveen kokenut konsoliin saati Xboxista striimaukseen ja etenkään tommosessa tilanteessa vielä, että on niinku monta inputtia audio. Mä kyllä voin googlettaa sitä sulle, mutta joku muu voi googlettaa sulle. En osaa suoraan sanoa. Joo, toi voi olla kans yksi juttu, että ehkä Xboxi ei tue. Kun yhtä mikkiä striimissä. Eli se voi olla, että siinä käy silleen, että sun mikki on päällä ja sun miehen ei. Niin, mä mietin kans. Mä googlettelisin että tukeeko se ees niinku useampaa mikkiä. Eli jos te haluatte tolleen tehdä, että molemmat kuuluu, niin chanceit on, että teidän pitää hommata joku niinku USB-mikki, joka niinku ottaa teidän molempia äänen. Ja se niinku kuuluu tavallaan sitä yhdestä mikistä. Kaveri ehdottaisi pelaa Discordin kanssa. Ehkäpä joo. Mä veikkaan, että siinä on audiokanava-ongelma, että se ei tue kuin yhtä mikkikanavaa, niin periaatteessa jos te jotenkin pystytte sitten niin kuin Discordiin inputtatte molemmat mikit ja sitten outputata se jotenkin niin kuin yhtenä äänilähteenä, olisiko se sitten jotenkin mahdollinen? Se saattaisi toimia. Se saattaa toimia, Pauliina. Mut googletelkaa joku, auttakas Pauliina. Mut joo, tää näyttäisi ihan hyvältä. Otetaan tässä kohtaa pikku save pointti. Let's save the progress over here. So, started working on banking. Yeah. Following files are so please save it. Joo, mulla tulee ekana mieleen, että hommatkaa USB-mikki, semmonen kondensaattori mikki, joka ottaa hyvin niin kuin äänen teiltä molemmilta. Ja sitten puhutte siihen, laittaa sen teidän keskelle ja se ottaa molempia äänet. Tai sitten niin kokeilkaa jotain Discordia tai jotain tämmöstä. Älkää hommatko pelujetiin. Noniin. Tällä mennä. Alright, so banking UI. Ai, mä tarvitsen lisää paperia, pikkuperpe. Se vähän kokista. Ai niin se paperi. Noniin. Onpa se väljähtynyt. Alright, so what do we gotta do here? What do we gotta do here, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and playboys? So basically, I think we're gonna do quite a bit of copy pasting. So we have the crafting station UI here. So let's do some different layout here. Skin editing should be fine. We're gonna go into game UI, canvas, and here we have the bank UI. So, what do we gotta do here? What do we gotta do here? What do we gotta do here? So I think what we're gonna do is, yeah, we have the whistle parent, we have the background. If we hide this, we're gonna get rid of everything. We have the header, that's fine. Let's just change this, so this is gonna be called bank header. And the header text is gonna be bank. We have a close button, that's fine. Then inside background, we have the main parent and we have the material parent. I think we are going to use the material parent. So I'm just gonna remove the main parent altogether. Extend this kind of like the material parent to fill everything. And then we're gonna do... I think we gotta reduce the top here. Something around like 50. Something like 50. Numlock is on. Then we're gonna get rid of the stuff here. So we're not gonna need... I don't think we're gonna need buttons. I don't think we need buttons, so I'm just gonna get rid of craft button. I'm gonna get rid of this one. And on inside here we have the material parent. I think we can get rid of this one as well. And that's basically it. Now we have a clean slate. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a grid layout group. And we're just going to like start printing stuff in here. Could somebody be a doll and do a favor for me and print out the title of the stream? I think we could change it. I think we could change it. So we're doing grid layout. I think what we need to do here is change the scene here real quick. What I'm actually gonna do is... Can somebody print out the title, please? I'm gonna change it. Canvas, Bank UI. So we're gonna go into prefabs. Prefabs, where are you? There. UI. I'm just gonna do the Bank UI here. Now we have a different version of it. And yeah, so let's go inside Bank UI. And now we are going to use the... I think we can use like... We can probably use something like the inventory item. So let's see if we can find that. We have... where is it? Where is it? Is it under items? No. Inventory and equipment. Alright, so here we have equipment slots. Oekes! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you? No, not you. Not one of you motherfuckers. Get out of here. Get out of here. So we have inventory slot. So I'm gonna use this. So I'm gonna bring the inventory slot underneath the background. Like so. And I'm just gonna go ahead and unpack it completely. We're not gonna be using the actual prefab. And I think we can go back into this nice little scene editing so we can see better. Like so. Let's see if we can remove the gizmos just for more clarity. Prefab mode in context. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so here's the inventory item. So let's like print a bunch of these so we can see what we're doing. I'm thinking maybe we could do like 6 in the row or something like that, maybe more. So start corner, upper left, start axis, constraints, flexible. So I think we're gonna do like fixed columns. And let's see how like 8 would look like. And I think we can improve the size here. Let's give it a little bit of a padding. So I don't know, like 5 to every one of them. Spacing like 5. Let's increase the size. They don't need to be squares. I think they could be something like kyllä täällä on tuhmuliinejä paikalla. 150, so that's no 250, no 150 is not bad. Mitäs kärrylle? 150 is not horrible. We got a little bit of empty space here though. How do we fix that? How do we fix that? Maybe what if we went 9? So we have actually 9 items. And then we tweak the numbers to make it fit. So we decrease the cell size. I don't know, 130? 135? Not exactly. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's almost there. Eipä ihme, kova overgrandas fiilas ollut päällä. Heräsin tänä päivänä samaan aikaan, kun Kalisa tuli takaisin yliopistolta. Sama fiilis. Samaistun. Mä heräsin kanssa 11. Oli vähän semmonen niinku, että mikä päivä, mikä vuosi. Let's reduce. Increase this. Does it change anything? No. No, it doesn't change a thing. So you can be 5. 5 is fine. What about 4? 6. That's pretty damn close. That's pretty damn close, guys. That's pretty damn close. Alright. Now, I think we can live with that. Now if we're gonna print more, it should do another row, right? It should do another row. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. 3, 6, 7. So it's actually 7. Alright, so there it is. And as we can see, there's no gap in the Y. So let's do like 6 here as well. And now when we copy paste, we should get like a nice little grid going, yeah. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with this, because we're not gonna have that many items in the game. I hope so. I sure as hell hope so. Yeah. We can add a scroll bar later on as well. Yeah. Alright, so let's go with that. I'm gonna remove the inventory slots and let's make this pretty. So what we need is the background to be black and opacity something like 100. Let's do 100. I think it could be what white looks a little silly. What about gray? What about gray? I think that's alright if we do like a little darker gray. The color is probably okay on the text. Should it be white? What if we increase this size to like 999? That's actually alright. Should it be on bottom right? Nah, I think that's fine. Change the icon to something like a red sword, red ore. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like if we copy paste this, I think that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty cool. So let's rename this. This is gonna be a bank item, bank UI item. Yep. This is the background. This is the icon. It's the text. The text is a little too steep, so let's change that. Let's change that. Right, so that's probably all right. Okay, so let's now change the layout back into this, and then we're gonna go into the UI, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take the bank UI item and create a new prefab out of it. That's it. That's it as far as I'm concerned. Just gonna remove that, we don't need it. Then we can start working on the actual logic. The logic is next. So what we need is the bank UI script. And the bank UI script is going to have very similar structure than the crafting or the inventory. I think we're actually going to use the inventory, so let's take the inventory as kind of like a basis. So we're going to have inventory, and inventory starts with canvas group and blah blah blah, and we need toggle inventory. And there's gonna be the setup inventory slots. I think we're gonna do one more reference, which is gonna be the crafting station. So crafting station has show crafting station. So I think we're gonna start off with that. So we're gonna do public void show bank UI, and what we're gonna do here is, yeah, I think we're gonna do something like main parent set active true. And then we obviously need a main parent reference. Let's see if we can find it over here. There it is. So this is gonna be the kind of like the visual parent. Then we are gonna add a close button listener, and we obviously need kind of like a thing for that. So let's do a public button, close button, and we need a .ui over here, and we need a GMP Pro as well. Let's do a new script for that. So we need a hide crafting UI. We can just do a different name for it, but this is basically the same idea. So let's refactor or change all occurrences. This is gonna be hide bank UI. There it is. Then we're gonna do set up crafting blueprints. Now this is there's a couple of things we could do here. I think I'm gonna use the network list. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Delete something. All right, so that's fine. So we have the bank state here. So I think what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna do an else here, and we're gonna do an on list changed on a bank list changed. So I'm just gonna like do this kind of like callback. And what is gonna happen here is we're gonna have a reference to the, we're gonna have a reference of our bank state. No, a bank UI. Bank UI. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to be upping. We are going to be upping this, right? So let's do a public void set up bank UI. And we're gonna do, I think we need to do the network list here, so Urinaali! Morjesta miehen, mitä kuuluu? Onkos perhe pysynyt terveenä? Let's do that, and it's gonna bring in net bank key value pair. And apparently we have some curly brackets we gotta get rid of. Transform, destroy, child game object. Mä en ole ihan varma tuosta, mutta katsotaan. Katellaas. Elikkäs. On list changed. Tehdään noin. To do. Yeah. Populate bank items with server. That's what we gotta do. We're gonna add some random shit there. Let's add like ID1. Pari viikkoa saartettiin influenssa ja sitä viikkoa mahatauti. Tuntuu, että kaikki on oikeesti. Mekin ollaan oltu pari viikkoa ihan romuna. Ei ollut ihan tajuton tää alkukeväs. Ihan tajut. Mikä teillä on jakso? Onko pysynyt pää kasassa? Alright, so this we gotta go like bank UI and set up bank UI bank key value pairs. There it is. That should basically work. And here we're gonna go like, okay, so we have these value pairs. We're gonna clear the existing UI, sure. Then we're gonna go like bank key value pair, game object, item UI instantiate. Okay, so this is bullshit. I don't wanna do it like that. So what we need. Have you tried Apple Intelligence? What the hell is that? So what I wanna do here is I need the game object bank UI item prefab, and then we are gonna go ahead so we should have item ID and the amount, right? So what we need to do is we need to instantiate so yeah, I think we're gonna do like var bank item equals instantiate bank UI item prefab under, we need the container here. I think it's transform that we need. Bank container. So we're gonna do it underneath the container. And we're taking the bank item, then we are taking the var bank UI item equals bank item get a component bank UI item. That doesn't exist because we haven't done it yet. Siri plus AI. Urinalaisella on melkein kasassa, nyt yrittää järjestellä kämppää viikonloppuna 1v-synttärit. Ai, niin mä itse asiassa nainen pisti viestiä, että semmonen ois. Vitsi, tsemppiä ja paljon onnea siellä 1v-synttäreille Meillä ei maha olla chanssiä nyt tällä kertaa tulla. Mulla on synttäribailuja itselleni vähän puukannut tohon viikonlopulle. Kutuin kavereita kylään ja näin edespäin. Ja ollaan vieläkin vähän tälleen semi-toipilana. Niin ei muuta kuin teille hyvät bailut ja onnet. Ja me tullaan kyllä käymään tossa myöhemmin keväällä. Megaburger says it's basically Siri plus ChatGPT. Siri doesn't know Finnish, but ChatGPT does. Nice. Alright, so we have bank UI item. So what we gotta do is I gotta go into here, into the bank UI item, and I gotta add the script here. Examination string. So I think we gotta set up that as well. Bank UI item, there it is. Bank UI item is gonna take inspiration from inventory item. Inventory item, where are you? There you are. So I think we can do quite a bit of copy pasting. Quite a bit of copy pasting. Do I wanna enable deletion? I don't know. I don't freaking know. But I think I'm gonna copy paste this shit. So this is gonna be the bank UI item. We text mesh. What a nice name. What a nice name I've come up with. What a nice name I've come up with. This is supposed to be like item what? Item amount text mesh pro. Yeah, that's fine. And this is supposed to be that. Is there anything else? No. Then we have tooltip text mesh pro. Alright, so I think that's fine. Then we have item icon, we have a button, we have a delete button. I don't know if we're gonna need a delete button. I don't know if we're gonna need that. I don't think we're gonna be changing the background image either. Not right now, at least. Not a delete, we don't need a delete parent. Tooltip parent, I think we need a tooltip parent. Then we have the reference to the item. And we have the index. I suppose we're gonna need that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We have player state. We have inventory. Inventory seems quite odd. I think we're gonna do like bank UI here. I don't think we're gonna do that either. Alright, so initialize item, we're gonna input the item, input the player state. Should we do it like so? Input index. So I think the index. I don't know if we need that. We probably need the reference to the bank UI. So we're not gonna need that. Text mesh. So here we're gonna need the amount. So we're gonna do like int amount. So this is gonna be like the amount to string. Sprite's gonna be that. Index gonna be that. Name's gonna be that. Yeah. Inventory, we don't need the inventory. We actually need the bank. Hey, Tete, how's it going, man? Honestly, if I am really happy about how it seems like people are getting excited about Overwatch again. Like Garnet's been playing Overwatch. You guys are playing Overwatch. Carter just came and he was like, yeah, I've been playing Overwatch. I think it's nice. I think it is nice. So we have this callback. I don't think we're gonna do that. What is this? Add event trigger components. Event trigger. Tooltip parent sets active, true, false. Alright, so event trigger, get component, event trigger. I don't remember doing that. Okay, so when we are pressing button, we're checking if we are not in combat. I guess that's smart. Then we're gonna like use item. Okay, so this is let's do something like bank UI. Yeah, let's do something like bank UI. Not use item, but item pressed. And then we have like item and the index. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. I don't know what we're gonna need. I don't think we're gonna do a delete button press. We don't need to do equip item nor, yeah, these can go. Remove elements. I guess we might need that. On click remove all listeners. Destroy game objects. I think we might need that. Disable, yeah, we don't need those. And then we have that. Alright. I think that may just work. I think that may just work. And so we need a little bit of an item pressed here. So did he create it? All right, here it is. So we're doing item and index. Bank UI item. So we definitely need like a list here. Initialize elements. No, oh yeah, we actually do need that. Is it called initialize elements? Yeah. So pair item ID. Let's see what we actually needed here. So input item. We're actually gonna do the pair. Okay, so we actually need to do like item catalog manager instance gets item by item ID. And this is gonna be the pair key. So it's not a key, it's item ID. And this is gonna be the pair and amount, I suppose. So it's item, then amount, and then the player states. So the player state has to be inputted here. So let's do like a public player states. And this is gonna take in a player state, input player state. Like so. Now we should have the player state here. Player state. Then we need input index. So I think how we're gonna do this is we're gonna have like int index is gonna be 0, and then we're gonna do the index over here, and then lastly we need this, and then we're gonna go ahead and do index plus plus. And lastly we need to store it, so we're gonna do like bank UI item list add and this, yeah, and then we need a private list for this. What the hell is this? Private list bank UI item new list, yeah. All right. So I think we are getting in there. I think we're getting in there, right? So item pressed. Let's do like a simple log right out of the gate. So this is gonna be like item pressed. It's gonna be the item name at index. Yeah. All right. Are we forgetting about anything? We should probably clear the bank UI items here, just to make sure that we're not like duplicating every time. For each child in main parent transform. Now I think what we could actually do here is do this the other way around. So we're gonna be like, for each bank UI item, for each bank UI item, we're gonna go ahead, type in, wait, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with this? Yeah, it needs a var. Yeah, alright. Alright, so let's not destroy, but we're gonna go into the bank UI item, and then we're gonna do the I think there's some method that we did, remove elements. So it's gonna remove the listeners and then destroy it. Remove element. And then we're gonna clear it. Do we need any check for that? Is that fine? I think this probably needs like a null check. So if bank UI items any, then we're gonna do this. Replace what? Alright. I think that's alright. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead into the bank state and let's do a couple more of these. So I know for a fact that we have 101. Let's add like 3 of them. And I know that we have a 201, so let's add like 60 of them. And let's do one more like 300 of 15. There may be a problem here that's maybe kind of like the bank list changed. Maybe this happens before this and this one doesn't get called. So I think what we could do here is kind of like force it. I think we could do that. Just to double check that the bank gets initialized. Yeah, so this is gonna get called and the show bank UI is only gonna handle the kind of like opening the bank UI, but it's not gonna like do anything really. It's not really here to do much. I think that's pretty good. I think that's actually pretty good. Okay, so there's obviously a couple of things that needs to be happening in addition to this. And then there's the like we need the player input to kind of like open the shit. So let's do that and then we're gonna do a prediction of did we succeed. So let's go into player controller. So we need to handle the fact that player is the one inputting shit. So somewhere we have the interaction. So here we have crafting station, salvage station. I'm just gonna add another one of these. And this is gonna be bank. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna look for interaction. And then we're gonna do like handle bank interaction. And this needs to be implemented. See if we did it. Yep. And then we're gonna do another one of these. This is gonna be called the bank UI. The bank UI. And we're just gonna be like, all right, so we're gonna go in bank UI and show bank UI. That should be it. Now, only thing left to do is to apparently we have some errors which we need to handle, but basically we should be able to do the actual bank. Where is it? So we have the bank house. The bank house is gonna be tagged with a new tag called bank. And then I'm gonna go into the bank. Where was it? And tag it as the bank. Let's just do a prefab out of it. So I think it was under the buildings. We're gonna do the bank house. Bump. Now we have a bank. Then we need the interaction. So we're gonna go inside the prefab. And möllisyyttelijä, morjesta, mitä kuuluu? Me tehdään tässä kuule bankingia. Bonjour, bonjour. Mitäs kuuluu? Interaction. Does not have network object. Would you like it to have one? I think we... What? No. What? Network object. Robbery? Well, let's first work on the actual banking and maybe later on the robbery. What? Why does it need a network object? I don't think it needs a network object. Wait, what? It is inherited from network behavior. Yeah, I think this object does need a network object. I'm just like, does it need it in the interaction? Interaction, tooltip, examination. Is this? This is not network behavior. Neither is this, right? This is... How is this network behavior? Wait, what? Why is this network behavior? Hey! How's it going? A good dog? A Maturpy, our brother from Sweden. Nice to see you, dude. How's it going? Mä olin siistiltä kuulosta. Why have I made this a network behavior? I don't think it makes any sense. I think this can be just a like a regular mono. You can be a mono. There's no need to be network. You can be mono. I think that's a brain fart, yeah. I do think we need a network object, but we don't need it to these things, you know. All right, so there seems to be some issue. There seems to be some issues. So what is going on here? What is going on here? I don't know. Maybe Control S saves the day. Come on. All right, so we got rid of some of them, but we got more. Object reference not set to instant one object. Unity netcode editor, network behavior editor on enable at blah blah blah. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the network object here, but we also need the kind of like the... Should the bank state be here? Should the bank state be here or at the UI? It probably doesn't make much difference. I think I'm gonna do it at the UI. Huh. I'm not sure. Going good, how are you? I am recovering really slowly. I've been sick for 2 weeks now. I still got quite a bit of you know, that extra fluid in me, but at least my brain is kind of like getting there. Yesterday was, oh man, yesterday was not good, guys. I was like struggling with the freaking simplest of code, like my brain was jam. It was like lingonberry jam, like the Nordics love the lingonberry jam. That's what my brain was. But hey, Maturpy, how is life? If you guys don't know who Maturpy is, shame on you. He's one of the nicest fellas I've met over the last year, and he's creating a horror game. He's much more, you know, like I think he's got a better plan than me. He's creating a smaller game, and he's creating a horror game, which I think horror games is like a, I think it's a smart way to go. I think it is one of the better genres you can pick when you're small, and none of these, you know, like multiplayer RPG games. But yeah, go say hi to Maturpy. He's streaming more than I am. Thank you, Veli. No problem, min bror. I'm not sure if he's making any games. More like talking about Vikings and tutorials. Well, in his defense, he's streaming like 8 hours. I'm not sure if it's every day, but it's most of the days. I'm never caught distracted from making a game. This sounds like fake news. Yeah, don't listen to Wakacha. Makacha always lies. He lets everyone know that I'm called Amy, so as far as I know, he's all about lies. Exactly. All right, so we got a issue here. I'm not sure what is the case. Maybe it's still the network object thing. So at least this updated now. So we have crafting station, salvage station, bank UI. I think what we gotta do here is kind of like get out of the prefab and yeah, I should probably do some like abstraction here, but it doesn't freaking matter. Doesn't matter, am I right? So I'm just gonna go under here. Where's the interaction? Yeah, there it is. So I think what I can do is just drag and drop. I can drag and drop, right? There it is. That should basically work. Now when I'm interacting, it's gonna go there and boom, it's gonna go in the bank UI. It's gonna open this. Next, let's do references to bank UI. So where are you? There you are. So we need the main parent, which is this. We need bank container, which is this. Close button, which is this. We need the prefab, which is bank UI item. There it is. And then we need the player state, which, to be fair, could be just hidden from the inspector. Let's do that. So let's just hide in inspector. There it is. You Unity peasants always bully about lovely Unreal, so I have to bully you a little. Yeah. Matropy, we were talking about like Unity's monetization. So how is it these days? Like, do you actually like know how is it? How is it like? They got rid of the fees, right? So no more like installation fees that they were kind of like scaring us about. But do you remember how it is? Okay, so now let's do one more thing before we just try to figure out what the hell's wrong with the errors we're getting. So we need to go inside UI, then we have the bank UI item, and I think we gotta do the references here. Yeah, so we have none of them here. They are underneath the webcam, so you probably can't see. Let me just move my camera. And then move the nano go. Alright, so here they are. They're still underneath the webcam, but believe you me, they are here. So item amount, text mesh pro, so that's gotta be this one, right? Let's change the name to amount text. Amount text goes here. Then we have the tooltip, which I think is just in the same object. It is not. Wait. Where is it? Tooltip environment. Tooltip text mesh pro. Huh. I'm a little confused. I think we ought to go check out what's going on at the inventory item. So here's the inventory slot. So we have the examination. We don't have anything in the tooltip text mesh pro. What? Excuse me? So why does that even exist if it isn't like... What? I don't know. I don't know what I've done. It seems to be a mistake. It seems to be a terrible, terrible mistake. But I'm not gonna get discouraged. So we need the item icon, that's that. We need the button, which is this one. Tooltip parent, I hope it's this one. Yeah. Index is gonna be... It's gonna be printed. I think we can hide it in the inspector as well. Let's copy this, go into the bank UI item, And I don't think we're gonna be needing the index here. Alright. Fees are gone. You still have to pay them after a certain revenue threshold, but they raised the threshold too. You pay with your soul, says Waka. If you make more than 100k, you need to give 10% of your soul. You will only get it back after you make a mobile game. I think that's fair. That is fair. Then we have the examination text. I am confused. We have this tooltip and text mesh pro text input item text name. I think this is supposed to be the examination. I don't understand what I've done. Public string, examination string. So this is the place where I'm kind of like holding the information. So I think I can like input it in the script. But then we do need... What is the one that's kind of like responsible for the tooltip then? I don't freaking get it. So what I don't freaking get it. I don't think this is text mesh tooltips text mesh pro. I think this is supposed to be like the examination. Examination text. I am confused what I've done before. Examination text. Examination string. So I can set that here, but yeah. Unity Pro required after 200k, last 12 months, and Enterprise after 25 million. There we go. Yeah, it used to be after 100k. Yeah, so it's more of a subscription-based thing now. If you make enough money, or if your game's making enough revenue, then you gotta pay for a better Unity, basically. Yeah, that's it. That's it as far as I'm concerned. I think it's fair, yeah. I think a lot of people, this is the thing with the internet, and this is the thing with bad press, is that I believe people can only hold one or maximum two things about anything. So when you get bad press, for example, Unity getting like the huge drama a year ago, or I think it's actually like more than a year ago at this point. But basically people heard about the drama that Unity is kind of like ripping off everyone. So that's what they know. That's the one thing they know about Unity. And it's really, really difficult to kind of like change the perception. Yeah, like I don't think they... Like I think there was some talk that they will go like Unreal, so that they take like a percentage cut, but I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that, you know. Yeah. How do they make money? Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird in my opinion. The subscription, yeah, it's not much though. Okay, so do we still have the errors? So I think we still have. They get. I can remove them by pressing clear, which means that they are not real errors. If you can remove the errors by pressing clear, they are not real errors. They are fake errors. You heard it from here. Yeah, 25 mil is like... When's that gonna happen? Am I right? When is that going to happen? Ever? Okay, so... I think... Oh, are we good? Are we good? Let's do a prediction. So apparently we had a prediction from yesterday. Will the bank print items? Will the bank work so far? There's a prediction, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to gamble virtual points, which obviously are so valuable. You can buy, for example, entry to my Hall of Fame list every 100,000 if you want to do that. Yeah, that's the mindset I have. Even with Pro, if I make 200k, I think I'm fine paying a bit back to the Unity. Yeah, your business has to be like garbage if you can't afford that. But yeah, all right. So guys, what do you think? Will it work? Will the banking work? I have my doubts. I do have my doubts. Don't gamble without VPN Swedish problems. Alright, so what the hell? I wonder if I'm like absolutely forgetting about something. I am. I actually am forgetting about something. I don't have the bank a bank state anywhere. Yeah, so we need the bank. We need the bank. I don't think we need to synchronize transform. Yeah, so I think that's basically it. No, I put it in the bank house. I don't want to. I shouldn't. No. All right. No. No. Get away. I don't want it here. I don't want it here. I want it in the UI. I think it makes most sense. So in the UI. Here we're gonna have the bank state. Yes, add network object. And I don't think we need to synchronize any of this. Spawn with observers. I can only bet 0 points. What the hell? I don't know if we need to sync any of that, but let's just go. Let's just go with it, all right? So here's the bank UI. I think it should work. I could be horribly mistaken. I don't think this is gonna work long term. I don't think this is truly multiplayer. I think there needs to be there probably needs to be some more sophisticated solution for this. But let's give it a go, guys. Let's give it a go. So we should. Let's change our spawn location before we go. So spawn into Tori. Gruna has no value, so you can't gamble. Got him. Got him. You lot just jealous, but we have our own currency. Yeah, and silly king and royal family. All right, let's go, guys. Let's see how it is. Okay, so. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. That was a little spooky. Let's go game UI and just hide it. Hide it right out of the gate. I don't want to see the creepy ass thing that we just saw. Silly king. To be fair, he is pretty silly, but how dare you go about my kungen? Min kungen. Alright, bank enjoyer. No, we're gonna be bank robbers. Alright. Here we go, guys. We are bank robbers. Here is the bank building. Now, Unity gods, let me have this. Let me have this beautiful moment. Let me have this moment, alright? We have bank. It works. Like, you can see the tooltip. Very nice. Now, if I press bank, we should see the UI pop up. What? What? Nice bank you got. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I am upset. I am upset about that. What the hell happened? What was that? Salvage all. It's all good. What was that? What was that? So we have the bank UI set here. Oh. There it is. There it is. So the tag was wrong. Guys, the tag was wrong. I had the bank on the parent, but apparently the parent didn't matter shit. The parent didn't matter shit. Who would have known? Alright, let's give it a go. Let's go again. Let's go again. If that was the only mistake, I am happy. If that was the only bug, I'm gonna be really happy about that, alright? Bank, omega lol. Alright, here we go. Here we go again. Alright, I'm just gonna equip my beautiful gear here. Alright. Bank omega lol. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Papa needs some triumph. Nothing happening! What the fuck, man? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I am failing miserably right now. Holy shit, it looks like he's right behind me. It looks like he's right behind me. So, here's the interaction collider. And I'm pressing, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Bank is definitely not banking. So what is going on? So we have the bank UI. That's not getting enabled, so there's something wrong with that. Let's see about the interaction. So here's the bank house. Here's the interaction. Did I type the tag right? Did I tag it right? Player, the controller, hit collider, compare tag, bank. Hit collider, transfer position, global setting, maximum interaction distance, interaction. Handle bank interaction. Internal void. What the fuck? What the motherfucking? I am upset, guys. I am upset. I am about to become a shepherd. I'm gonna move to the countryside. I'm gonna shepherd some reindeer. I am over. I am done. I am changing my ways. What the fuck is internal? Like internal bleeding, more like. What is I don't even know what internal means in C#, which I probably shouldn't say out loud because some employee is gonna be watching this like, oh my god, this guy is like, he wants to work with us and he doesn't even know what internal bleeding is. Please, for the love of God, work. Yeah, the prediction was yeah, it was it's gonna be doubters. Doubters gonna win, all right? Bank hater. We are bank haters now. All right. For the love of God. Now, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna start breaking. I'm gonna start breaking things. All right. Come on. Still nothing. Still nothing. Did I press save? Do we even come here? Do we come here? Bank still not banking. Oh, come on. Let your Finnish hang around. Come on. All right, so we are coming here. So what is wrong here? So what are the bindings? I can't remember. So we gotta go like step over F10, step into F11. Alright, so F10, F11. Alright, so we're gonna step into... So we are coming here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. What the Excuse me. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Why does it like what happened? Like why did it just like suddenly work? But it is here. Here it is. We have stuff. And if we... I don't know. I freaking don't know what happened. Yeah, maybe I didn't save it or something. I don't know. So if I press these, we're supposed to get like... What are these? Okay, say manager. Nobody cares about you. So it seems like these buttons don't do anything. It's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. So it seems as nothing's really happening with you guys. So this is blueberries. So it has the event trigger, but that's not really working. Do I, like, am I missing something? I don't have any canvas UI or like canvas groups and then nothing like that. So we, obviously these are correct. They have buttons. And everything seems to be right. These are actually the issues I had with VS Code. Yeah, I didn't have that with Rider, that's for sure. Now, what's going on with that shit then? So we have the bank UI item. We are initializing. We have most definitely initialized them. We should have this call. If it's... yeah, so if combat state is not default, then we're gonna return. I don't think we're getting here. This is yet another fucking internal shit. Like, oh my god, I hate this. Like when I'm using the quick fix to create method, it just creates this internal... I don't know, is this keyword or what is it? Like what is that shit? What is that shit? Internal means it's accessible inside assembly. Well, what the hell does that mean? Okay, so I think we're like really... We're close. We're close. So we got some null refs here. If event manager, null events, click, handle, quick event. What is null here? Object reference, stop listening, events, event name. Alright, so we should probably do like... If we have an event manager, then we're gonna do that. Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for when you dial a telephone? Alright, so apparently we have yet another internal crap which we gotta get rid of. So this is supposed to be public. I think it works now. I do think that it probably works. C# internal means internal keyword. An internal keyword is an access modifier for types and type members. Internal types or members are accessible only within files in the same assembly. Hey Felix, how's it going? For comparison of internal with the other access modifiers, see accessibility levels. Let's go. So we have public protected, internal private, and private protected. So public access is not restricted. Protected is that limited to containing class or types derived from containing class. Internal is access is limited to the current assembly. Hey, can you explain what internal keyword means? And what does the in current assembly mean? I love when I don't understand something, someone explains it, then I don't understand the explanation either. Yep. Only accessible within the same assembly project. An assembly in .NET usually refers to compiled.dll or .x files in Unity terms. Each assembly definition file you create defines its own assembly. Unity by default compiles scripts into a few big built-in assemblies like assembly C#DLL. So if class A is marked internal and lives in assembly A, it cannot be used by assembly B, but any other class inside assembly A can just access it fine. In practice, I like the Google AIs. You use internal a lot. If you're not using ASM def files, most of your code is in one big assembly. Internal works pretty much like public. But if you're splitting your project into multiple assemblies using ASM def, then internal will hide the class from other assemblies. So it's like public, but there's no way of knowing what can reach it and what not. Yeah. I am seeing like hocus pocus shit, and nobody should use this unless you are creating the assemblies yourself. Like that's what it seems to me. that's how it public inside assembly. Yeah. It's like it's gonna be available until you have something that where it means that it isn't. Yeah. I hope that clears it up. Alright guys, let's see if we manage to fix the bank. Boom! Here it is! Bank is open! Now, if I press this... Okay, what the fuck? Where did they go? What was that? Oh man. Oh man. Okay, so I think there's something wrong with my... Yeah, this is the robber. This is bank robbery simulator. You're just like, everything's gone. Yoinked. Alright, so I think the problem is the bank UI item and the event trigger component. So basically what it's doing, it's kind of like, it's trying to do the tooltip, but for some reason it's not really doing the tooltip, but it's actually like disappearing the UI item. And I'm kind of confused of like what did I do wrong. Add trigger upon components. We're getting event trigger, get component event trigger. If it's null, we're gonna add a component event trigger. Then we're gonna do a Unity action. Tooltip parent sets act. So this is the one that it's, yeah, this is the one that it's kind of like disappearing. Tooltip parent. I do have a tooltip parent here. It's probably just a reference issue. So let's have a look at the tooltip and the bank UI item. So here's the bank UI item. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have like a tooltip here. So we have tooltip environment and we had world tooltip. What is this like? I think it's this one, right? Then we have this one, which is the same, really. Alright, so I think what we can just do is add this tooltip environment over here. And it's kind of weird, like I didn't see it like inside the inventory. Like how did I set up an inventory? Oh, there's an inventory slot with tooltip. I am a dumbass. I used the wrong prefab. Oh man, so how does this work then? So we have the inventory slot with tooltip, and it's the same really. And then we have tooltip parent, which is set to top left, -50, 30. Maybe we can kind of like copy this. And this is just a tooltip parent. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so I think, to be fair, it might be easier to just to do like a I think what I'm gonna do is actually, I have an idea what I need to do. I think I know what I need to do. So I'm gonna go inside here and I'm just gonna do the inventory slot with the tooltip. I'm gonna put it underneath here. And I'm just gonna unpack you. And then I'm gonna change the background back to something light gray that we used to have. I think the text color can be white. And it can be smaller, it doesn't need to be so huge. And that's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much it. Then we have the tooltip. If we enable it, it's gonna be there. Looks like it's kind of like the render layer is wrong. Now where do I change it? Do I need to change the inventory renderer? I don't see the renderer. Where's the renderer? Where are you, renderer? If you don't know, it means they compile together. If you want to do it separately, you would have to do something like produce a DLL from part of your code, then use the DLL with another part. Okay, fair enough. So in my case, internal would basically be synonymous with public. Yes, well, unless your code uses internal within a game engine like Unity, then Unity won't be able to find the functions to bind them to buttons, for example. We treat the engine as separate in assembly. That sword icon is cute. Hey, thank you, Felix. I really appreciate it. So, I'm not seeing any layering here. I thought there would be kind of like a layer order here, but I don't see it. Ice cream stick model, good day. I don't see it. Maybe I can increase the Z. What if I increase the Z? Nothing happens. All right. All right. All right. Canvas renderer. What if I do like a sorting group here, and then put this on layer 300,000. Nothing changes. Nothing changes, because why would it? It's fine. It's fine. It's freaking fine, guys. It is fine. Okay, so let's get rid of the inventory item. We're not gonna need you. And then I'm gonna add the bank item. And then we need to do the references. Item amount text mesh. So this is the item amount text. Amount text. Examination text. Item icon. Item icon. Button. Tooltip parent. There it is. Let's change the name to bank UI item. Now let's remove the old bank UI item. Where are you? So you're out of here. And you are replaced by a younger and more beautiful bank UI item. And then I suppose we can just delete this. And then we gotta add the new bank UI item. Prefab. Now we should be Gucci, right? We should be Gucci. Let's give it another go. Really nice. Yesterday in a badminton game, a guy hit my finger with a badminton racket, so I got a small hairline fracture. No. My little finger, ring finger, and middle finger took the hits. Otherwise, it doesn't stop me from playing. I can press the WASD button as well, even though my fingers are taped together. Shit. I'm sorry to hear about your fingers. But hey, at least you're playing like you're playing rough. You're playing like a man, you know? Alright, let's give it another go, guys. Boom. Yes, you can see the tooltip, but they are disappearing underneath the majestic header. But it is progress. Now, if I press them, it says that we are missing a reference. We are missing a reference. So player states. What? What? Excuse me? It doesn't have player states? What? What? How does it not have player state? Player state combat value. How does it not have that? Am I like missing this? Alright, so what are we doing here? We are initializing first with the item. Yeah. Then we need to do the amount. Yeah. Then we do player state, which is this. Yeah. Ah, I get it. Oh, I get it. Okay, so this is, yeah, so this is actually a bigger problem. I am setuping this shit when the game starts. Yeah, so that's a problem. That's a problem. So we don't actually have the player state information. Now I wonder what happens. So this is a little bit of a questionable thing. I can't get rid of it for now. This might bite me in the butt like really soon. It might bite me in the butt. So what's wrong? There's no argument given that corresponds the required parameter bank UI of bank UI initialize item in player state. Okay, so I didn't save it again. No, this needs to go. All right. So what is wrong? What is wrong now? All right. Sorry if I'm going too far, but I'm just eager to learn. So why would I want to make my own separate assembly just for like organization purposes? It's probably just like an access thing, you know? So if you have like a game engine and then you have like a bunch of things that don't like have nothing to do with the rest of the game, it probably makes sense to kind of like create their own like this AMP assembly. So it's kind of like this encapsulation thing and security issue. So you can kind of like hide some of the under the hood stuff from the rest of the program. That's probably what it is. I don't know it from Adam, but that's kind of like the idea that I have. So what's going on now? What is wrong? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I think we fixed this. I think we fixed this, didn't we? And then we need to find a way to kind of change the layering. Ugh! All right. All right. Here we go. Can we press this? Yes! Blood droplet at index 3. Black robe at index 2. Black sword at index 1. Blue berries at index 0. Fuck yes! Progress! Okay, so there's an issue about the tooltip, which is wrong. So underneath here we have the tooltip parent. If I enable it, now how do I make you pop off? If I increase this, nothing happens. No. So the Z doesn't matter. Then we have the image here. We have the outline. There's the canvas renderer. Maybe if I put like... What if I put the sorting group here? Sort at root. So this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't fucking get it. I don't freaking get it. So where is the, like, what? I don't fucking get it. But I have the same thing over here, and for some reason these work just fine. They work just fine. Why? I have a lot of whys. So we have the player canvas, inventory parent, inventory background, inventory slot. Alright, so if I enable this tooltip parent here, is there something like different? Is there anything different here? So this seems to be same. Then we have tooltip text. Nothing here either. So is it the header then? Like is the bank header just being a jackass, or what is going on? If I do the bank UI, then we have the visual panel, we have the header somewhere. Where is the header? Where is the header? There, bank header. So is there something happening over here then? Header text. No, I don't think it's the header text. Is it the background? No. Is it the visual parent? No. Bank UI. I like how you make the wood floor merge into the stone tiles. Very interesting, that makes sense. So yeah, I could even use it as a substitute for something like hiding inspector public, since the Unity engine assembly won't access internal fields. Thanks guys. I might start using this a bit just to try it out. Thanks man, I still feel like I'm a newbie, but I try the best. Yeah, I think you have a great kind of like philosophy of learning. I think you're gonna go far with that. Maturity, my friend. So I just don't freaking get it. Like, why is that the way it is? So here is the bank header. Is it just the hierarchy thing then? Is it just the hierarchy thing? What if I put this motherfucker like under background? Then it's gonna be hidden. What if I put it under material parent? It's still hidden. Yeah, so okay, so now it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work at all. Fuck. We're all here to learn. Yep. Yeah, there's so much to learn, honestly. It's incredible. It can be intimidating if you like start thinking about it just as of learning things. So I guess it's under visual parent. So what if I put it under background? Now it's going to be kind of like, let's change this name to kind of like the I don't know, background hole or something. This is going to be the background of everything. And then we have like kind of like the actual container background. Background container. So what if we now do the new UI? So we just drag and drop this over here. And then we enable this. It still goes underneath like a miracle. It goes underneath like a miracle. What if I sort this? What if I add a sorting group here? For some reason it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Metallica was right. Have I ever told you how much I hate UI? Have I ever told you how much I hate UI? So I really want to shove this bank header up someone's ass. Alright, so now it's going underneath there because of why not? Yeah, I really hate UI. Man, I really hate UI. Okay, so what do I do about this? UI is kind of fun for it. Oh man, what do I do about this? I suppose one way, I'm only kind of like coming up with hack solutions. I would love to do it the right way. I would love to do it the right way. I don't get it. I don't get it. So this is still under the visual parent. It's weird that the sorting group doesn't work. I find it a little weird. I find it odd. My first 2 years in game dev were mostly UI. My controversial take is I quite enjoy working on UI as well as localization. Well, why don't you come work for me then? I've got a header for you. Oh shit. So I am actually thinking of putting the header, like the tooltip underneath to just like kind of do a hack solution. I'm actually like considering that. Let's see how it looks like. So if I put this underneath here, and then we have the tooltip parent here. What if I change this to be at... Is there any Z index? Yeah, I can do anything to this and it doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't I can even like go into the background here and I can do the sorting group and it doesn't fucking matter. I can do layer million and it doesn't freaking matter. I don't freaking get it. I don't get it. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a hack thing now. I am not going to give up, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it on bottom left. And we're gonna do some minus, like minus 60 or something. So a little bit more, minus 30. You must create tooltip element under each button. I suppose you could use one as well, but this is how I've done it so far. So is this 65? Yeah. Alright, so this is gonna be the new hack solution, so it's gonna be underneath. I think 30 is pretty close. Alright, so that's where the tooltip is now gonna be. This is gonna be the best solution we have ever seen. Get out of here. Is there any out-of-box Unity plugin for tooltips? I don't know. I created this one myself. Probably. I used to make graphical UI design of programs close to the same as game UI, so I know how to make it. But holy shit, it's boring when I ever need to make widgets. I just take a break and go play Overwatch. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Alright, let's go. Does the tooltip work? Boom. Yeah, now it's underneath. It's underneath and it's perfect. The item names don't print right. The item name don't print right. But that's okay. That's okay. The players don't actually need to know the names. All they have to know is that the name could be there. So what's up with that? Examination text. So I think this is kind of like the thing that we should be changing in the bank UI item. So examination text, examination string, input in item name. Yeah, we are doing that. Then we are adding the triggers. Tooltip parent sets active true. I'm pretty sure we're kind of like missing a link. Pretty sure. Like we have the tooltip parent, but the text is supposed to change. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it now. I get it, yeah. So I don't think we need the examination actually. I think this can like fuck off. And the one that we had previously was actually correct. So we need this one again. Please come with me if you want to live. So we need this one, and this is gonna be the tooltip text mesh pro. And then instead of this examination text, we're gonna go like this text equals that. So I think that will fix it. I think we are done. I think that's it. And then get rid of the examination reference. You are out of here. You guys are not needed here. Let's go. Let's go. I think of the satisfaction you get from aligning toggle boxes, it's amazing. That is so not true. But yeah, it's good for you, man. It's good for you. Just add a tag, Dark Souls like to Steam page, and you can skip all the tutorials. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna call it difficulty and world design when I'm not like explaining a shit. All right, let's go. We have blood droplet, black robe, black sword, and blueberries. And when we press them, it's gonna be like, yeah, so this is the item. This is the item. Tomorrow we are gonna continue on this. So we need to basically implement the actual banking. So stuff is going to be moving from inventory to bank and bank to inventory. And then when we're done with that, maybe move the bank window a little bit to the right. Tooltip is yeah. We can tweak those later on. So we need to do the actual banking logic, and then we need to do authentication and cloud save. And I'm hopeful that we'll be able to pull it off in a couple of days. So plan is to do the banking this week. I am just gonna go ahead and yeah, so I don't think we need to save this. This is kind of like what we did already. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Thank you guys for sticking around. If there's any new viewers, please drop a follow. Unfortunately, I've been doing a little bit of these shorter streams, but I'm trying to like get back into you know, like a productive mode and just to kind of like get grinding again. Let's do some commits. So we got a lot of things that we haven't committed. Banking UI now works with interaction and everything. Next up, we basically have the actual inventory to bank transactions and then authentication. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Good progress. I am really happy about where we're going. We got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm really gonna let's try to kind of like fix my schedule this week so we can be more productive, because I gotta go run and take care of my kid. Gotta pick him up from daycare in just a short while, so it is what it is. Guys, let's go raid my old friend Viba. He's playing Path of Exile 2. He's Finnish, so all the Finns, well, I present you Viba, and all the international people, maybe you can do an Ameses Rhein emote. Where you know Viba, you two sound same. We don't. Ace up beta, yeah, that's a perfect one. Yeah, go with that. Go with that. Maybe we'll spam like Ace up beta or something. Where do I know Vipa from? Literally from like, I don't know, like 7 years ago. We used to, we both used to play Overwatch and stream it like every day. That's where we basically, that's where we got to know each other. But yeah, let's go say hi to Vipa. Vipa raided us a couple days back, and I wanna return the favor. Ameses Lord. Yeah, I used to be a regular game FPS streamer, Andy. Then I started getting old and I didn't want to play against kids. So I started making games myself. That's the lore. That is the lore. But hey, let's go say hi to Whip-Up. I'll catch ya on the next one, guys. First thing in the morning. Alright? Thank you, Matt Chirpy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!